The ASSA ABLOY Group is the global leader in access solutions. They say that every day they help billions of people experience a more open world. ASSA ABLOY Opening Solutions leads the development within door openings and products for access solutions in homes, businesses and institutions. Their offering includes doors, door and window hardware, locks, access control and service. Today they'll be speaking about Incedo, which delivers the integration and connectivity business demands, providing secure access points and advanced identification technology. It makes life easier and work more efficient for everyone, from installers to end users. After the video, join the live Q&A to ask them your questions directly.
Hi and welcome to this IFSEC Tech Talk, which today is focusing on Incedo Business Cloud. My name is David Hughes and I'm the Senior Product Manager for ASSA ABLOY Opening Solutions EMEA, and today I'm going to be taking you through this presentation. Over the next 15 minutes we're going to look at the global trends affecting and shaping electronic access control. I will introduce you to ASSA ABLOY's new ecosystem and look at the first platform from this ecosystem that we've released, and finally focus on the cloud version and the benefits we can provide our installers and their end users. If we look at global trends, most of us live in towns and cities which, over the last 20 years, have needed to grow and expand to meet the demands for more housing, retail and hopefully recreational space, as our population continues to grow. With this comes a need to provide an environment we all feel safe in, but not at the expense of our freedom of movement around our local areas. This is where the security solutions we develop and provide need to change. Our customers are now even more aware of external threats to their business and staff. They are demanding systems which can not only protect their property, but also interact with the environment it's protecting and use data to make decisions to enhance security and increase the safety of their employees. Imagine the scenario of our customers receiving an alert on their phone that a fire door is being opened. How do they react with just that information? They could call the security guard or rush to site to find out what has happened. Now, imagine they'd also had the video of the incident. They watch and see it is Paul, who's working on a weekend, nipping out to his car. He may have forgotten his lunch or he may have forgotten his mobile phone. Now they have the complete picture, they can make the correct decision. No need to call the guard or rush to the building, just make a note to remind Paul to not use the fire door. Their building's safe and secure, they know that, they have the correct information. The ultimate goal we are all trying to achieve is to provide our customers a security that is invisible. How easy would our daily lives be if we could move freely around our buildings, with doors unlocking as we approach and automatically opening if we're allowed to enter, but remaining secure if a person is not known. This is why we need to develop and provide solutions which interact with other systems, allowing real-time decisions to be made with minimum human interaction. All this is important, but we also need to think about how these systems are powered. Our world does not have an endless supply of energy, so we need to design sustainability into our products. From battery-powered locks to energy harvesting cylinders, these seemingly simple changes can make a huge difference when you consider the energy our security systems consume during their lifetime. Our recent wireless access control report confirms these thoughts. 38% in fact of our end users are utilising wireless technology, saving not only time during the install but also reducing the amount of copper cable installed in protecting their buildings, all which reduces the overall impact of the installation. Over 60% also agreed that the integration of systems is very important, which again shows that to meet our customers' requirements, not only today, but into the future, we need to provide solutions with defined APIs allowing easy integration. At ASSA ABLOY, we understand that the secure and convenient movement of people is a challenge that is increasingly evident throughout the built environment. We also recognise that the way we move and use today's smart buildings is forever evolving, and that different people require different systems, different access time, different entry points. But with change comes a need for more agile security systems, systems that keep us safe while keeping us moving, that use data and connectivity to open new doors and make everyday lives simpler. Our solution is Incedo, a new universal ecosystem that combines software and hardware into one environment, an environment that delivers real-time access control you demand with the ease you desire, all so we can advance, change, evolve and move together. With the Incedo Ecosystem's modular platform approach, you simply choose the security hardware and credentials you need and the appropriate management system. Incedo's system management options, Light, Plus and Cloud, scale up and will be launching different vertically targeted versions as we understand different customers have different expectations. You can pick the best option from a growing range of Incedo-enabled security and access control hardware, road-tested award-winning ASSA ABLOY wireless digital locks and wide ASSA ABLOY wall readers to secure all your interior and exterior doors, while a choice of card and token credentials help users enjoy safe and convenient access to and movement around your premises. Plug in the Incedo mobile keys and the flexibility increases even more. You can now use your smartphone to open doors. All of this is controlled by a common range of hardware modules. Our cluster controllers and reader modules and USB readers work with all three versions of Light, Plus and Cloud. You can manage multiple sites and third-party integrations, including security solutions like CCTV. Scale up or down, add or remove hardware and credentials on demand, or switch systems, all within your single environment. Migration between Light, Plus and Cloud option is always seamless in any direction. Incedo Business is ASSA ABLOY's first vertical version. Launched in June 2020 and designed with a generic UI, the system is ideal for multiple applications from education to healthcare or even retail. Using our range of locks, door devices and readers, we're already securing thousands of doors around Europe and providing our customers with the security they need with the flexibility they demand. All three versions of the Incedo ecosystem, Light, Plus and Cloud, are available with the business version. Light is a user-friendly solution with a user interface embedded into the hardware, so no need for a dedicated PC and the yearly costs that will be associated with it. Incedo Light is capable of managing up to 32 doors, 1,000 key holders, all from a single embedded UI. Plus is our on-premise server-based solution, ideal for campus-type applications where you could have thousands of doors to manage and tens of thousands of people to move around safe and securely. Last but not least is Cloud, which we'll look at shortly in more detail. All three systems use the same range of hardware, and moving from one version to the next is as simple as flicking a switch, allowing the solutions to change simply and with no or minimal additional investment as our customers' requirements change. Before we look at the cloud version of Incedo Business, let's just pause for a moment to understand why this type of system is becoming more common for managing access control and other security solutions. If we think 10 years ago, our day-to-day lives were very different. For example, emails. We'd all been using them, but only from a PC sat on a desk in an office with a physical cable connected. Now, we all expect to be able to access this information 24/7 regardless of our location, and 95% of us will have a smartphone which provides this function. And so our customers are expecting to be able to administrate, interrogate and react to events in the same way with their security systems, allowing them to make decisions when they need to, not just when they're in the office. Two recent reports confirm this and have shown that with COVID, the demand for cloud-based access control solutions has increased. The key thing is people want to be able to manage their security at anywhere, at any time, 24/7, because the data they expect to be at their fingertips. Incedo Business Cloud has been developed to meet these needs to access the system regardless of location or time of day. The simple but intuitive UI allows our customers and their installers to configure the system quickly, with the screens providing a click-through approach to many of the day-to-day tasks that they would complete. Multiple sites or systems can be managed from a single account, with access being available when you need it, not just when convenient. The security of your system increases. Discover someone has lost a credential, an intruder is in your building, or an area needs a security increasing. You can now carry out the required actions as soon as you are aware. No need to go to a specific location or a dedicated PC. Just log into the cloud via a secure browser page, make the change, and keep your property and staff safe. Access permissions can be restricted by both time and day, and additional access can be added for key people to restricted areas. Doors can be configured to provide free access at certain times of the day and then require a credential to be presented at others. You can also increase the security on key doors at certain times by also requesting that a PIN and proxy is presented. First open functions also means that you can apply a profile on a reception door, for example, to unlock at 9 AM to allow visitors in. But you're safe in the knowledge that that event, that action won't occur until someone actually presents a valid token. And as I said on the previous slide, you can easily upgrade the solution from light to cloud with just a flick of a switch. No removing hardware you'd only recently installed, just provide a connection to the cloud and the system will go from being embedded to the cloud in minutes. In our next release, which is currently undergoing beta testing, we've expanded our functionality to include offline and the new pulsed-in energy harvesting cylinder. This will allow our customers to control remote doors without the need to run an expensive cable, or even create a wireless network, as all data and permissions are carried on the secure credential. The system will also allow the same credential to be used on any part. You may have a remote building being secured by a pulse cylinder, the main door to the building having a wide reader, and the office being managed by the Aperio wireless solution, and all can be accessed with the same key. No need to carry duplicate credentials, it's just the same key will open all the doors. This is just the next stage of our continued development of the Incedo ecosystem, and over the next 12 to 18 months we will continue to develop, increase the hardware options, and work with key third-party partners to expand the possibilities of the solution. So, why move to Incedo? Security never stands still. Our customers' needs are constantly changing. They demand a solution which is simple to operate, yet provide them with the features and functions they need to secure their building. Well, hopefully I've explained this on my previous slides, but put simply, Incedo has been created to provide an ecosystem which allows our customers to combine our award-winning hardware with a software solution designed to change and grow with their demands. Incedo Business is our first release for generic applications, and we will continue to enhance and expand the solutions we provide to our customers. We understand the world is changing, our customers' requirements are changing, and so we need to be agile in the solutions we provide. And with the Incedo, we have created an environment that delivers the real-time access control you demand, with the ease you desire, all so we can advance, change, evolve, and move together. So, finally, let's discuss what we've just gone over. Incedo Business brings you access control on one platform. It's a modular design, a common hardware platform, 3 different versions of the UIs to meet your needs. Keep control of building security from anywhere with our cloud option. 24/7 access regardless of where you are, no dedicated PC, etc., which would always mean you have to be in a location to make changes. Ability to scale up or down instantly from light to cloud. There's no wasted investment. It literally is a flick of a switch on the master cluster controller and you can change the connection from the light solution to the cloud solution or even to the plus solution. possibility to integrate with other existing systems. Link third-party solutions in here. We spoke about the ability to have a CCTV to give you a full picture. Choice of expanding wide range of wired and wireless hardware developed for the Incedo ecosystem. We've already spoken about the new offline functionality currently in beta. And finally, cloud installation is growing. It is the future and we are ready. We're already managing hundreds of doors around the UK. Thank you for your time today. If you have any other questions relating to Incedo or you'd like to speak to a salesperson regarding the solution, please feel free to drop an email to incedoadmin@asssaabloy.com or reach out to one of your local Abloy representatives here in the UK. Once again, thank you for your time and hopefully we'll speak again very soon.
And we are live. So welcome everyone to our continuing tech talks this morning, where now I'm delighted to be joined by David Hughes, whose voice you may well just have been hearing. David is from ASSA ABLOY, and well, David, your dulcet tones have just been regaling us about ASSA ABLOY's view on, well, new product really, Incedo Business Cloud. For anyone who wasn't tuned in just now to the main presentation or maybe joined a little bit late, just give us that top-down view about Incedo Business Cloud and the kind of value that it's going to be bringing to your customers.
Not a problem, David. Thank you. Yeah, Incedo Business Cloud is ASSA ABLOY's new ecosystem. It's designed to allow our customers to take advantage of the wide range of LMEC solutions ASSA ABLOY has been renowned for, such as Aperio wireless door hardware, and also wired ASSA ABLOY readers, but also to allow, more importantly, the integration of third parties and to use data to make decisions on how your security or your building operates. For too long, access control has been really a passive solution. Now with modern technology, cloud-based solutions, we should be able to make it reactive and change based upon what it can see is happening in your building.
And in the film, you talk about invisible security. Just talk us a little bit more about that, because I think that's a really interesting term, but more importantly, an interesting philosophy to access control and the different components that go to enabling it, and ultimately what it means for you and I and anyone else as they want to, you know, move freely around or otherwise around the built environment.
I've been fortunate enough to be in this industry for 20 plus years, and I've seen it change an awful lot. And when I first came in, it was, you always had this locked door philosophy where if you wanted to restrict an area, the door was always closed, it was secure. You had to either type in a PIN number or present a proximity card for the door to open. What we need to do now is we need to start thinking of these spaces as secure, but maybe open, so that actually people who are able to gain access can gain access without having to carry out an action. And an example of where that is today is with mobile credentials. If you've got a mobile credential, you can choose to present your phone to a reader and open the door, but in truth, that's the same as a physical card. So why not actually just have location permissions set on your phone? So if you're walking up to the door and you've got permission to go through that door, the door opens for you. It makes it a seamless experience. It means that actually from a user's perspective, yes, your building's secure, but you don't feel like you're always blocked from having to gain access.
And you know, you mentioned mobile, and I think there was a stat, I can't remember what it was off the top of my head in the film there, but the fact is that a great many people are walking around with highly sophisticated mobile devices that can certainly facilitate access, facilitate identification and authorization as well.
Correct. And if someone had said to me 10 years ago we'd be using our mobile phones to do our banking on, I think we would have all sort of questioned their sense on that. But yes, you're right. Mobiles now are this technically advanced piece of hardware which we all carry around, and it has NFC, it has Bluetooth associated to it. So we should be taking advantage of that. Why carry dual IDs around when you can have that all in your mobile? You can use that to gain access through a door. You could use that for cashless vending. You can use it for paying for paying for things at the shop. So let's use that technology as built into your mobile phone to make it a seamless access experience for our users.
Sure thing. And I guess the other thing, we're talking about how the growth of mobile technology has changed our experience and how we interface with the world. But the other thing which is related to mobile is connectivity. And, the famous quote by Steve Jobs, whoever he was, says creativity is connecting things. And when you start talking about cloud solutions, kind of centering in on Incedo, as I understood it from your presentation, it really is that ability to connect together all of these different components that make up how we interface with our world, with buildings, with the built environment, and then be able to create services, opportunities on top of that connectivity.
Yeah, you're right. Access control, as I said a moment ago, it has been passive in the past, where you've actually not been, it's a case of it just opens a door for you, but it's a set schedule. And actually, when you get events back or you get reports back, you're only seeing one part of what's occurred. The fact that we've got a cloud-based solution now, it means we can tie in other systems to it, be it CCTV, visitor management, intercoms, or whatever they could be. And it means that actually whoever's maintaining the security of the building, who's the operator on it, they can make decisions with the actual real-time information at their fingertips. I think I mentioned it in the presentation that the ideal scenario would be that you could be sat at home and you get an alert that a door has been forced on your building. If you actually got as part of that alert on your mobile device, you've also got a video clip to show that actually it wasn't someone forcing entry, it was someone exiting a door. It allows you to make the correct decision with the correct information. And that's a key thing about the cloud. When you've got a dedicated PC on a site, in truth, you have to be at that PC to actually receive the information. When it's in the cloud and you can access it at any time, at any location, it means you can make decisions when you need to make decisions, not when it's convenient. And that's a big advantage.
Super. We've had some questions coming in already. Thank you very much indeed for all of your questions. Let's take a look at some of those. And if there's a question that you would have asked that someone else has got in there before, give it a thumbs up. There's a question here that's got 4 thumbs ups, and we're just going to talk costs straight away because that's what our audience wants to know about. David, so share with us what you're able. How much does the Incedo system cost? Is it a monthly software as a service type cost? And how different are the costs between light and cloud? So just to set the foundation there are different Incedo versions, I understand. So just talk to us about the business aspects of those and the monthly cost, upfront cost stuff.
Cool. Okay, so first things to note is we're talking about light and cloud. From a hardware perspective, i.e. the things which the customer doesn't see, they're installed on in a server room, or it's the reader on the door or the Aperio device on the door. They're common across both systems. So from a hardware perspective, if you installed a light solution or you installed a cloud solution, the physical installation cost of the hardware is neutral. So it's the same. And I'm not going to give the cost of the hardware. I'd always recommend go and speak to the local ABLOY branch or your reseller to get the accurate pricing. When it comes to the light solution, there's no software required. It's embedded, so there's no additional cost. When it comes to the cloud, the pricing model for the cloud will be based upon a yearly subscription. You can break it down into monthly if you wish, but in truth, it's a yearly subscription. And that's based upon the number of doors and the number of connections you have going back to the cloud. And we've made it really simple and really cost effective to allow our customers to understand that actually, if you've got X number of doors, you buy license number Y. And again, I don't really want to go into the cost of those. Please reach out to the local ABLOY branches in the UK or in Europe to get the exact figures. But we've made sure that it's cost effective, not just in year 1, but year 3, year 5, and year 7 onwards. Because most of these access control systems, once it's installed for between 5 and 7 years. So it's the ongoing cost of a solution which we're interested in as well.
Super. Thank you very much indeed, David. Another question here. Is it only ASSA ABLOY hardware that can be used with Incedo? Today,
yes. But tomorrow, that can't be the case. ASSA ABLOY has a wealth of what I would call LMEC solutions around the door. But as I've said a couple of times, access control can't just open a door anymore. It has to offer integrations. And on the infographic wheel, you'll have noticed that actually we're going to partner with key
service providers for CCTV, visitor management, intercom solutions, and we're going to partner with them because they can then add the additional value of solutions which we don't have in our own portfolio.
Super. Thank you very much indeed. Let's try and crack through another question or two in the top. We're pretty much out of time, but let's see if we can get through some of these quickly. How can ASSA ABLOY guarantee the cyber security credentials of the Incedo Business Cloud? That's going to be a concern for many. How can you address those quickly?
Great question. The cloud is ISO 27001. It's independently pen tested at least once a year, and on the last pen testing, nothing came back with any issues associated, no changes required, and it makes sure it meets all the GDPR requirements for providing a cloud solution in Europe.
Good stuff. Finally, for now, David, if people want to find out more, get in touch with you, start talking about some of the options that are available to them to move forward, what would you say is the best way of them doing that?
Either contact your local ABLOY branch, or you can drop an email to incedoadmin@assaabloy.com, where we will respond and put you in touch with the appropriate person.
Super duper. Thank you very much indeed, David. And thank you for all of your questions as well. I hope we managed to get through those to your satisfaction. A quick reminder before we go that we'll be hosting many more Tech Talks at Connect 2021, which takes place online from the 1st until the 30th of June. And also, online events are great, but I know, like you, I'm certainly itching to get back to meeting face-to-face, which is why we are very excited indeed that IFSEC International and Firex International will be taking place as an in-person event at our old stomping ground, the Excel Centre in London, from the 12th to the 14th of July. If you want to find out more, secure your place, understand how it's being made nice and safe for everyone to attend, then do head over to the IFSEC Global website, and you'll be able to find out more, reserve your place there. Anyway, for now, thank you very much indeed for tuning into this Tech Talk. Thanks again, David. Hope to see you in person before too long.
Thank you, David.